Let's talk about how your bad credit is stopping you from getting hired. Now, did you know that potential employers can actually peek into your credit profile before they hire you? Yep, it's true. Now, I know some of you may be saying, well, Jazzy, I've been searching for jobs forever and I keep getting ghosted. Every time I get close, I end up getting that rejection email. Is it because of my credit? Well, I'm here to tell you that your credit could be the reason why you're not getting hired. According to sources like the Wall Street Journal, CNBC, and Forbes, employers are now making credit checks a vital part of the background screening process. And no, you can't get around it. So I know you're thinking, Jazzy, if I don't have perfect credit, what am I going to do? Well, don't fret, because you know I'm here to help you, okay? So we're going to break this video down into two parts. I am going to tell you the why behind these credit checks, why they're even doing them, and then we're going to talk about, if you stick around to the end, we will get into exactly what you need to do to get back on the right track and to start getting anything negative that's being reported on your credit, how to get those things removed. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you real life examples of people that have followed the steps that I've given them to improve their credit by as much as 200 points. So let's go ahead and talk about the why. Now, you may be saying, Jazzy, what the heck does my credit have to do with me getting a job? Like, I'm good at what I do. I'm an excellent communicator. I'm dependable. I'm all of these great things. Why would someone care about my credit? Well, the fact of the matter is that people are starting to do research and they're saying that there is a correlation between credit and work performance. So the idea behind this is that if a person has bad credit, this could mean that they are under some sort of financial stress. And when they're under that financial stress, they may be bringing that into the office environment, and it could be negatively affecting their performance. Now, I will be the first to admit, your girl had a 495 credit score coming out of college. My bank account was so low. I was always constantly overdrafting. And as a result, I had really bad credit, like horrible credit, 495. Now, I did eventually get into the 800s, and no, I didn't have to pay a credit repair company or do like loan consolidation. You don't need to do that stuff. So like in this video, we're going to talk about the things that you can do to get your credit back on track. But let's go into the next part of the whys behind the whole credit thing. So the second reason why having bad credit could be an issue and a blocker from you getting hired is because employers think that bad credit equals mishandling company funds. Now, more and more today, employees are being handed things like company credit cards so that they can pay for business expenses, office equipment, and all sorts of other things that relate to the job. Well, your employer doesn't want to be afraid to give you a credit card because they don't think that you can handle money because of some financial mistakes that you might have made in your past. And so this is why employers are now wanting to get candidates that they feel are going to handle funds appropriately at home as well as in the workplace. So again, don't feel bad if you don't have the best credit. We're going to talk about that, but these are just some of the reasons why employers are starting to crack down a little bit more about credit and why they're checking credit before you even have the job interview. So if you're someone that's been looking at careers in finance, banking, or government, these are going to be genres where credit is extremely important. Even if you're someone that was previously in the military, or maybe you worked for government years ago, I am here to tell you that if you fell through the cracks back then and you had bad credit and you were able to get hired, this is a totally different ball game, especially now that the pandemic has happened. It's shaken up a lot of the hiring processes, so you can no longer fall through those cracks and like slip your foot through the door. Like at this point, if you have bad credit, it will affect your ability to get certain jobs. Now, you may be saying, well, Jazzy, I'm just going to go work for an IT company where credit doesn't matter. But even IT companies will do these soft pulls. They don't even need your full social security number. They can run your credit by simply using your name, your date of birth, your email address, even your home address. And trust me, when it's time to do a background check, if all that information is not matching up, like it's going to be an issue for you. So don't say, oh, I'm just going to use my neighbor's address and then they won't match it. Like, well, if the address doesn't match and they can't verify your identity, then you're not going to get the job. So your credit has to be in shape, okay? Now, the last reason why employers employers are so strict about these credit checks is because they believe that having bad credit leads to people falling for financial crimes and being vulnerable to things like financial crimes. Now, what I mean by that is, let's say a person is struggling financially and they're at work, and all of a sudden one of the company competitors approaches that person and says, hey, we'll give you $10,000 if you reveal some of the company secrets. Now, besides the fact that you've signed an NDA saying that you would never do that, the fact that someone is waving $10,000 in your face to do something like that could be a potential issue for an employer, depending on how desperate the person is. So they know that sometimes when people are low on money, they might do desperate things. And so the idea is just to avoid it altogether and, try to look for candidates where that may not be as much of an issue or a worry for the hiring manager. So now let's get to the how. We've talked about all the reasons why having bad credit can block you from getting certain jobs and how 1 in 3 employers are actually using credit checks as part of their background process. But what do we do if we currently have those negative items on our credit? So the first thing that you want to do is pull your credit report. There is no way for you to fix something if you don't know what's on there. So you want to go to sites like Experian.com, because if you use Credit Karma or Credit Sesame, you're getting bad information. A lot of those companies will use Vantage scores along with outdated credit information that is oftentimes just based on some public records. It's not actually verified in some cases. So companies like that will have you walking around here thinking that you've got perfect credit when really your credit is bad. It's shot. Like it's very, very bad. So you want to make sure you're using one of the 3 major credit bureaus in order to check your credit to get the best information. And secondly, you want to make sure you're checking all 3 credit reports, because what's on Experian could be totally different than what you'll see on Equifax. Companies like the bureaus, they don't actually share information. So even if you were to get those items deleted off of Experian, Experian does not report to the other bureaus. They don't talk to each other, okay? They're like next door neighbors that never talk. They've got these giant walls up. They don't share information. So what gets done to one doesn't necessarily get done to the other. So you could have a 700 credit score with Experian, and then your Equifax could be 595. I've seen it happen all the time. Now, when it comes to those actionable steps, we've talked in previous videos about how important it is to, 1, dispute your credit, and to 2, make sure that you're doing it by paper trail, okay? Disputing online generally always leads to you getting a notice the next day that it's come back verified, and then you're like, I'm back where I started. So I made a bunch of different videos, and in fact, I have a playlist down below in the description box that tells you exactly how to remove things like collections, late payments, charge-offs, all those things that are keeping you from getting a higher paying job, okay? So let me give you a little bit of motivation here. I know a lot of people think that once their credit is shot, that that's just it, life is over, but I'm here to tell you that it's not. All of these people have actually watched my previous videos, they did the work, and guess what? Their credit scores improved. Like, we've literally had people like this person whose credit score went up almost 200 points, okay? So I am here to let you know that all credit is fixable. You're not doomed. Jazzy's always got your back. Let's check out these other people that were also able to raise their credit scores, and now they have amazing jobs. So here we have Miss Angelica that said, update, credit score went up 121 points using your credit boosting templates. Thank you. Yes, Angelica, yes. And then we've got Mr. Burke that said, hey Jazzy, just wanted to thank you for the work you put in. As of today, I got an update on my credit report that $3,200 in collections was removed off my credit report. Congratulations, Mr. Burke. And then Mr. Wild is another one of my favorites. He said, all I'm going to say is thank you. Sending that email worked. I literally sent the letter 2 weeks ago and just got off the phone with the bank. Great news. 3 late payments deleted. Congratulations to you. And then Mr. Shane said, thanks so much for all your advice. I had 2 late payments removed through Capital One and Synchrony Bank. Using the Goodwill and CEO method, raised my score about 100 points in the last 45 days. Congratulations, Shane. And then Mr. Mikey said, I just wanted to let you know I've been rocking with you the last few months. I bought the template and I'm up 131 points. I was skeptical at first, but followed everything step by step. Thanks for all you do and you're blessed. Yes, Mikey, that just made my day. Congratulations to all of you. I am so proud of you. So I hope reading those testimonials has inspired you to know that it's not about where you start. It is about where you are headed. Just because you're here today and you've got some things on your credit doesn't mean that those things aren't fixable. I am here to say that all credit is fixable, and no, you do not need a repair agency, nor do you need to pay someone through a consolidation agency. You can do all of these things yourself. So I went ahead, I put together a playlist of all the videos that show you how to tackle things like charge-offs, collections, late payments. Go through these videos because these are things that you can take steps on right now, today. I am excited about your future job career, and if you've got any questions about any jobs or if there's anything that you want to see in particular, let me know. I'm here to support you. Happy job hunting, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!